I am making this presentation to cover the following. Background about the innovation, including the patent documentation. Targeted clients, including the possible deal arrangement, and the projected sales. Investors, which will cover how to go about with the partnership, and profit sharing. Fabrication, for a better understanding on the setup of equipment. In the interest of time, I will not cover in this video, at least for now, the background section. Please refer to the brochure and the patent documentation for the details for this section. But this will be included later on, including some other information and even further fine-tuning what's currently presented. The reason for coming out with this video presentation is to get us all started, you as an investor, and get started with the setup and purchase of supplies. Not until I present the details here, I don't feel comfortable moving forward. It's actually a loss of valuable time in marketing and fabrication, but this is the only way we can all feel comfortable with this partnership. This presentation was supposed to be interactive, where you can click each section giving you more control. But in the interest of time, and possible issue of playing back the interactive file, we will use a video format. Hence it will be linearly played back. I will provide list of key points along the timeline where some key information are found, and where you can navigate manually. But before anything else, please keep these information strictly confidential. I will now begin the presentation beginning with the section Clients. Here's an aerial view of the Cebu Business Park, a 50-hectare master-planned development in Cebu City. It is one of Cebu City's premier business and commercial district. It houses several companies ranging from business process outsourcing to industries. It is the single largest urban development project in the Philippines outside of Metro Manila. Integrating business, residential, sports, recreation and leisure facilities, the centerpiece of the business park is the 9-hectare Ayala Center Cebu shopping mall, which draws 60,000 shoppers daily. Within the streets of the business park are lampposts with streamers installed. For the two areas covering the IT park and the Ayala area, there are about 250 lampposts. Here's the number to deal. Most of these lampposts hold 4 streamers each, 2 for front face, and 2 for the back face. Some posts can only hold 2, 1 for each face. They have 2 classification for their clients. One they termed locator, and the other non-locator. Locators are those paying the regular association dues. Their rate per lamppost is 2,500 pesos per month, while the non-locator rate is 4,000 pesos per month. These rates does not include the 12% value-added tax. Theoretically, from the 250 lampposts, the maximum income of CBP will range from 625,000 pesos to 1 million pesos per month. With this innovation, each lamppost can cater 10 to 20 clients, instead of just 1-to-1 ratio. This is because of the multiple pages it can display. Assuming the number of pages will be limited to 10 pages, their monthly revenue can increase to 6.25 million to 10 million pesos per month. This is based on their standard rates of 2,500 and 4,000 pesos per month, and it can even increase to 12.5 million to 20 million pesos per month, if pages are maximized to 20 pages. As of now, my proposal is still with the board of directors for review. In fact, they have requested one actual working demo unit, which was installed sometime October. From my perspective, I don't see any reason for rejecting the offer. More than the income generation, this innovation will change the landscape of the area, which Ayala is known for. Closing the deal with Cebu Business Park will pave the way of closing the deal with Iloilo Business Park, which just recently opened. They also have one in Davao and other parts of the country. Another target client is Ayala Mall, starting with Ayala Center Cebu branch. This is a video I took inside Ayala Center sometime October this year. On the second level and top level are found these streamers hanging around. The total count of posts is around 75. Each post can hold only 2 streamers, one facing front, and the other facing back. Unlike Cebu Business Park, which charges per lamp post, Ayala charges per streamer, and not on a monthly rate, but rather on a weekly basis. And there is a minimum quantity of streamers if you plan to advertise. You should get 4 streamers, or equivalent to 2 posts. Here's the surprise. The weekly rate is 7,000 pesos, which totals to 28,000 pesos for the minimum quantity. What is even more surprising to me, you cannot find any available slots from those posts. Now, let's get down to the numbers. At 75 posts multiplied by 2 streamers per post, equals to 150 streamers hanging around. Each streamer costs 7,000 pesos weekly, giving them a weekly revenue of 1,050,000 pesos. Multiplied by 4 weeks, totals to a monthly revenue of 4.2 million pesos. With our innovation, their revenue can increase to 42 million for a 10-page streamer or 84 million for a 20-page streamer. But let's try to be conservative, really conservative with our numbers. Let's just say from 7,000 pesos weekly, we bring it down to 2,500 pesos weekly. Let's limit our number of pages to just 10 pages instead of 20, so as not to limit the airtime. Their monthly revenue will now be 15 million pesos a month. This is still a substantial increase from their 4.2 million monthly revenue, considering advertising rate is cut down by 65%. As of to date, my proposal is currently being reviewed by their marketing head of Ayala Center Cebu. But I just got a confirmation of a meeting with Ayala headquarters on the 15th of December. Again, from my perspective, I don't see any reason for rejecting the offer. More than the income generation, this innovation will change the landscape of the mall. Closing the deal with Ayala Center Cebu will pave the way of closing the deal with other branches, including Centrio Mall, Harbor Point, Abreeza Davao, Marquee Mall, Trinoma, Glorieta, Greenbelt, Alabang Town Center, UP Town Center, Fairview Terraces, Bonifacio High Street, Market, and many are still scheduled to open. Another target client is Robinsons Mall, one of the largest and most successful chains of malls in the country today. It has maintained a legacy of world-class standards in terms of design, facilities and services. My entry with Robinsons begins with their Cybergate Cebu branch. It's not their average mall size, but a very good target to start with, to showcase the innovation for a bigger deal for their other branches. Initially, 9 lamp posts out of the 20 have been identified. They are located along the streets within the perimeter of the mall. These 9 lamp posts will hold 2 signs each, front and back, total of 18 signs. If each sign will hold 10 pages, it can hold a total of 180 streamers. As of now, Cybergate is offering the streamers free for their tenants, on a first-come first-served basis. At a proposed rate of 2,500 pesos monthly subscription, the total revenue for the 180 streamers will be 450,000 pesos. The deal is already pre-approved. We are just waiting for the signing of contract, which was slightly delayed due to the upcoming opening of Robinsons Galleria Cebu on December 10th. But here's a good development. While waiting for the finalization of contract with Cybergate, I was able to contact Miss Yvette Oliveros of Robinsons headquarters. Almost all Robinsons Mall has billboard on their facade, as shown in here. Dumaguete branch, Malabon branch, Galleria branch, Angeles branch, and other 35 more branches nationwide. All of these facade billboards are under the supervision and approval of Ms. Yvette Oliveros. When I asked Ms. Oliveros the rate of these billboard ads, unfortunately, she can only disclose confidential information during the personal meeting. But if we use these similar billboard of SM as reference, these are rated 100,000 to 150,000 pesos per month. SM is also currently under negotiation. We already had our first meeting, and are waiting for the next meeting for endorsement to the person in charge. With that information, let's take a look on possible monthly revenue both for SM and Robinsons. Let's say the average number of facade billboard per branch is 5. Some branches can really go as high as 10 or 12. SM has about 64 branches, while Robinsons has a little more than the half of SM's, 38 branches. This will give a total of 320 and 190 facade billboards respectively. SM is giving it at 100,000 to 150,000 pesos monthly, but let's just be conservative, considering other branches has lower rates. From 100,000, let's just say 75,000 pesos monthly. This will give them a total revenue of 24 million pesos for SM, and 14.2 million pesos for Robinsons. Now, here's our innovation comes in. Let's just say, we will set it at a maximum of 5 pages per billboard, but theoretically, it can go as high as 20 pages. Their monthly revenue can increase to 120 million pesos for SM, and 71.25 million pesos for Robinsons. I strongly believe that Ms. Yvette of Robinsons can easily figure this out, being the person in charge of their facade billboard, and so with SM. Moving on to the next target cluster of partner clients. They are everywhere. Nationwide. I'm referring to billboard companies. There is one who was referred to me which I tried to share the innovation. His name is Belsi Agustin, owner of Albi-Ray Advertising. He is based in Zamboanga, Mindanao. Most of his sites are in Mindanao, but also owns several in the Visayas. His first comment was, "This is a wow. You are changing the landscape. This is evolution." Further discussion with him really shows his great interest, and very willing to venture into partnership, ASAP. But for this time, we have to prioritize malls, but tying up with billboard companies is part of our target list. It suffice to say, the potential of the innovation in the billboard advertising, coming from an old-timer business owner. One of the big advantage of tying up with billboard companies is their existing pool of clients. Less marketing on our part. The average rate for these billboard sites is from 30,000 to 150,000 pesos monthly, depending on the size and location. Before I end the presentation on targeted clients, I would like to mention quickly some others. Gaisano Mall, who also expressed interest. It was already discussed during one of their meeting, and received positive response. We are just waiting for the return of one of the big boss who is now in the US. Gaisano Mall reigns in the Visayas and Mindanao. They too have hundreds of branches. Also under negotiation is with Bonifacio Global City, a business financial district. There had been misunderstanding on the initial proposal and was set aside for the meantime. We will work on this later. This is a big financial district, bigger than Cebu Business Park. We also started dealing with the local government. We made a first base with Makati City, through the acting mayor. They committed for partnership after the election if he wins the position. As for now, he cannot move due to political issues. One comment that favors the proposed partnership was that as a mayor-to-be, he would like to tap a legitimate source of income for the city. We have also set appointments so far with Mandawi City, a city that supports outdoor advertising as additional source of income, as evident in their public streets. There are so many possible clients that we can handle. We have slowed down in marketing to finalize this video presentation to our possible investors, and get better ground on financing the project. But once it gets through that stage, marketing can be a blast. The field is so green, and best of all, we don't see any competitor to our innovation. If there will be similar one in concept, the filed patent application can cover us protection, depending on the degree of the competitor's design. But as far as our design, I have covered important claims that made it compact, lightweight while still able to contain large number of pages. Such features and more other features, can hardly be copied without infringing our patent.